Hello everyone, I'm Shah Fernando from EN2H. So today I'm going to talk about AI agent design patterns. So AI agents, agentic AI, agentic architectures, agentic workflows, agentic patterns. Agents are everywhere. We frequently hear this word agents, but what exactly are they? What are those agents? How can we create those agents? How can we create robust and effective agents? So let's talk about this in our further slides. So let me start with this word AI agents. So we all know about this large language model. It allows us to give a text in and it gives a text out. So basically, these AI agents are something like a large language model with some superpowers. So what are those superpowers? It has the ability of retrieval, tool usage, and memory. So retrieval means it allows to take a query and gives a result. And then when it comes to tool usage, it allows to use several tools in order to connect with the outer environment. So what is this outer environment? So we can take another website, another agent, or maybe another database. So likewise, it allows to call a tool in order to access, in order to connect with the outer environment. Next, it has the ability to use the memory. So, for a simple example, let's say we are continuing a conversation. So, during a conversation, if it has the ability to use the beginning of the conversation in order to answer the question, that means it has the ability of using the memory. So, that's basically about AI agents. So, AI agents can understand complex inputs, and using those complex input, it reason and plan the further steps. According to the further steps, it uses tools in order to connect with the outer environment. And using those tools, it gets responses, recover from them, analyze errors, and recover from them in order to give a better output. So that's about AI agents. So before moving on to AI agent design patterns, let me talk about the difference between workflows and agentic patterns. So workflows are predefined paths or predefined set of rules. They are paths or the rules are predefined. So if we give an input, it goes through that predefined path or uses those predefined rules in order to give an output. So this is only suitable for tasks that are predefined or well defined. If the task need to if the task need to take decisions in the middle of the path, or it needs to like use tools in the middle of the path, these workflows are not suitable for that. So as a solution for that, we have the agentic patterns. So here in agentic patterns, it dynamically adjusts according to the task or the thing we have to do. So in the middle, if we want to use a tool in order to improve our solution, this agentic patterns has the ability to use the tools. Or else in the middle of the path, if it need to take any decisions, this agentic pattern has the ability to ability to take any decision and take the perfect path. So that's about agentic patterns. So these agentic patterns are ideal for the tasks that require real-time decision making. So here, before going into agentic design patterns, let me go through some workflows in order to just get an idea. So here in workflows, I have included prompt chaining. So in prompt chaining, what happens is it divides the task into smaller subtasks. So each LLM call generates a response. If the response is good, it goes to the next LLM call. If it is bad, it fails. So likewise, after one LLM call, the next LLM call gets the result of the previous LLM call. So here we can see there is a predefined path. There is a sequential predefined path. Only in that defined path, the solution goes and gives out the output. So that's about prompt chaining. Next, we have routing. So here in routing, let me take a simple example. Let's say a person goes to the receptionist and asks, I have to do this task. Please tell me to which department I should go. So then the receptionist analyzes the problem and tells, go through this path and then you find this department, you can accomplish your task. So then the person goes through that path or goes through that LLM call and takes the best output. So that's about routing. So here also we can see there is a predefined path. So next we have parallelization. So here in parallelization, what happens is a task is divided into subtasks, and each subtask is parallelly run together. And then each subtask produces an output, and that output is analyzed, and a perfect single output is given in the aggregate. So next we have the orchestrator workers. In orchestrator workers, what happens is in orchestrator, the task is divided into subtasks, and there are several paths. So each subtask must go in the perfect path which matches that subtask. So likewise, each subtask goes through a path, and in the synthesizer, it analyzes all the solutions and gives a perfect single output. So here in those two also those two also are workflows, which means they have a predefined path or predefined routes. So finally, I have included evaluator optimizer workflow. This is some kind of similar to agentic workflow, but it is not an agentic design pattern. So here what happens is when the input comes, the LLM call generator analyzes it and gives a solution. And in the LLM call evaluator, it evaluates it, whether it can be accepted or not. If it can be accepted, it gives the perfect output, or else it rejects the feedback. So again, in the LLM call generator, it analyzes the rejected solution and also the feedback, and again generate another perfect output. So likewise, it iterates until a perfect acceptable output comes, and then it generates the output. So that's about workflows I have included. So here I have just included a summary of what I have talked now, and also what I am going to talk in my further slides. So I have talked about automated workflows, rule-based non-AI. So here what happens is we get the LL or the system gets an input user query and goes through the defined steps and provides an output. And then we have AI workflows, non-agentic, simply a large language model. Here what happens is gets a user query and think and reason, and then finally gives an output. Then in our further slides, I'm going to talk about agentic workflows. In agentic workflows, what happens is we get a user query, and we do some steps like planning, tool usage, reflection, and generate results. And finally, we give out the response. So let me start with the agentic design patterns. So agentic design pattern is something like a guide or a blueprint in order to develop an intelligent agent effectively and efficiently in complex environments. So here I have included an image showing showing the evaluation some people have evaluated these agentic design patterns. So they have used GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 and shown that the how efficient and effective this agentic design pattern usage is. So let me start with some agentic design patterns. So first we have reflection pattern. So here reflection pattern, what happens is when a prompt is given, it generates an output, and then it reflects or else analyze that output, and then again go through the generation part, like it iteratively generate until a best solution is given. So basically what happens is, what mainly happens is it improves accuracy and quality through self-evaluation. So for example, let's take like if we are given if we give a large language model to generate a software, like we give a prompt in order to generate the code. So if in the first prompt, from the first prompt, we get the output code. We analyze it, and we go through the code and we analyze it whether the output is correct or not. If it is can be accepted, we take the output, or else we again give a good prompt in order to generate until we get the perfect output. So that's what happened in here in reflection pattern. So next we have tool usage pattern. Here in tool usage pattern, what happens is the when we give a prompt, it analyzes the task and it uses the perfect tool. Here in tool usage, for example, let me take like I'm telling the system I have meeting next week. Just go through my calendar and give me the perfect time slot. So in that task, the system must use the calendar tool. So there it uses that tool in order to access the calendar. So likewise, these tools are used to connect with the outer environment. The outer environment can be a database, another agent. Likewise, in order to access those, these tools are used. So next we have planning pattern. In planning pattern, what happens is when a prompt is given, it creates a plan. It creates how the solution generation should be happen. It may break the task into subtasks, and after those subtasks, it connects those, and it like create a plan in order to give the best output. So simply, if I say it is like it provides a roadmap to solve complex tasks. For example, let's say we give a task to do a research and generate a report. So there, the system will break that task like analyzing related systems that are available right now, analyzing research papers, generating generating the report, writing the report. Likewise, they divide the task into subtasks or they plan the further steps. Then finally, I have included multi-agent pattern. So here what happens is instead of just using a single agent, there are different agents expertise in different ways. So let's say there are two agents. One agent is perfect in software engineering, other one is perfect in project management. So when we give a task, it analyzes which agent is perfect to do this task and gives that part of the task to that agent, and finally combines all the results and gives out the perfect output. So that's about agentic design patterns. So we have to keep in mind that those agentic design patterns are not fixed rules, but they are like flexible building blocks. We can go through those design patterns and make our own design patterns in order to improve our system. So, for example, we can say like in a multi-agent system, they might use routing initially for task assignment. So, there's no strict rule that we should follow this agentic design pattern. We can use several agentic design patterns and create our own design pattern. So, why do agentic patterns matter? So agentic patterns are like a blueprint, or it gives us structure in structure to build our own system. So we people cannot build a perfect system from scratch. So if we get an idea, a simple idea, we can improve it. So likewise, agentic design patterns gives us an idea in order to generate our own design pattern. So let me talk about when to use agents or patterns. So first, what we should do is we should not start with agents. We should try to do our task using just simple workflows. Because if we can do our tasks from workflows using agents or agentic design patterns is useless. Agentic design patterns are good for a system to improve the system, but in other way there are negative sides too, because uh, like uh, when it comes to uh, computational cost, the computational cost gets high. So likewise, when we think of agents, we should start thinking simple. So that's about agentic design patterns presentation I have created for y'all. So if I have a question, I'm happy to answer.